Hello, friends. Welcome to Cannon Planning. This is Wendy. I'm excited to be joining you guys today as we talk a little bit more about planner glow ups. We're doing it over in my VIP group this month, but I'm bringing it over here to my business page, and we're going to talk about the significance of planner glow up in regards to your business. And I have this amazing membership group. We do this every single week where we go through and check in on ourselves. We do some accountability. And I normally have this process done before I get started with the month, but I thought it would be fun to sit in and kind of walk you through the process of the goals and habits tracker and what purpose it serves for you and your business when you are putting together your own personal goals or your business goals. So we're going to go set up my July habit tracker. I'm going to use the Road Trip COP kit. And if you guys haven't seen, Tula 12 just released the most beautiful cover. It is a re-release of our Inspired Paw. We're calling it the Inspired Paw Remix. It is beautiful teals, blues, purples, and paw prints. If you are a paw print lover, I highly encourage you to go check out the website and check out all the new things. I just thought it would be fun and appropriate to do a glow up since our paw print, which was released in January, of black and white, got a glow up to our beautiful pattern that we have today. And we're just going to talk about how that affects our business as well. So let me go ahead and switch the camera over. I'm going to walk you through the process of setting up my goals and habits tracker, and we're going to do it together. So I'm currently using the kit, the COP kit. This is the Road Trip COP kit. It does come with paper, stickers, all of those kinds of things. If you are watching the replay, then definitely pop in and tell me hello. And if you're watching the replay and we no longer have this kit available, the link that I shared in the comments will direct you to the current COP kit. So I always start by Xing out all of the things that I'm going to be putting washi tape over. I like to have some nice direction in there. And this gives me an opportunity to cover up the things I'm not going to be using necessarily. So here at the top, it says goals and notes. We're still going to write our goals here. This says weekly habits to track. We're still going to do that. And this says daily habits to track. And we're going to do that as well. I just don't want to necessarily see the wording because that's how I am. All right, I'm going to start with washi tape. Always love to start with washi tape and put down a nice little border. I like to leave myself room to be able to write different notes on here. So we're going to raise it up higher than normal. And then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to take one of our stickers and that says important. And no, I'm going to do my Y because this really is what drives it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put my Y here. And then we'll come in and draw in the month as well. We are working on, oh, there goes my pencil. We are working on July. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pencil in July, and then I will go back and add the details to how I do my lettering. This is very rough sketch. That'll be kind of what it looks like. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cover up this piece here. This is going to be my weekly tracking and probably the most important part of your goals and habits tracker. And what I like to do with this weekly portion is use it for reflection. Reflection in your goals is always super, super important. And so I'm going to put, hence the reason why I left this one that says important, because it truly is important. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover up this little piece here. This is our daily tracking. These are the things that I'm going to be tracking every single day. I went ahead and have been doing things throughout today that I would normally track on my goals and habits tracker. And it's been like chomping at the bit to come and put check marks there when there wasn't really a place for me to put check marks. So I'm going to go ahead and add celebrate on here because this is an opportunity for us to celebrate our wins and all the things. So I'm going to do the decoration portion later so that those of you that just like the functionality can watch how I put together this each week or each month. I already have a collection of pens. I might be very, very selective in how I use my pens. I did a layout later or earlier this week for my planner, and it is really bright and it's kind of hard to concentrate on. So I might be really mindful about that. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the obvious. The obvious for me, things that I like to track are consistency. So, what is it that I am wanting to be consistent with for my business? The first thing that I'm always wanting to be consistent with is content planning. That means showing up for my community. It means showing up for my customers, showing up for my followers, being able to be there, answer questions, interact, and get to know them a little bit better. So, my goal with content planning is always 95%. That hasn't changed. It's just something that I always keep up there. The next thing that I always like to do and track on a monthly basis is newsletters. And I write 3 weekly. I do a team-based email, I do a customer-based email, and I do a membership-based email. And this allows me to be able to communicate with each one of those groups separately. Something else that I like to incorporate as I'm growing my own YouTube channel and all the things is 4 videos. That's 1 a week. If I'm showing up live here on the business page and in my live for YouTube on Mondays, then I know I'm going to hit those things. So I always like to add those in there as a goal. Something else that I like to add as I'm growing a list is I always want to have 4 blog posts. I want to go work towards 1 a week as well. I always put together a sales goal. So my sales goal is something that I work on each month for my own direct sales business. I am with Tool of 12 as well as a planner coach. And then the other thing that I want to always track on here is whatever I'm working on for my 12-week goals. So my 12-week goals for this month and through the next 12 weeks, because we just started a new week today, actually, is I am growing my reach on Pinterest. So I'm going to be focusing on Pinterest. I want to do pin strategy. I want to put together pin posts, like what does that look like? I need a pin schedule and how am I going to put that into the works? So I'm just going to put Pinterest here. I know what that means. That's on my 12-week goals. That's not here in this particular group. But this is always something that I like to put together for the basic needs of my goals. So I have my content planning, newsletters, YouTube, blog posts, sales goals, and then 12-week goals. Other things I like to put on here just to track, and I didn't mean to write Facebook there. I wanted to write follow up, not Facebook. Follow up. So I like to do at least 5 times a week is the follow-up that I shoot for. And CAP, which is my social warm-up, I'm going to shoot for 3 times a week. These are the goals. Okay, so content planning, newsletter, YouTube, blog post, sales, my 12-week goal, follow-up, and CAP. All right, so the next portion of this includes taking these things and adding them down here. This is going to be my weekly goals. And when I mean weekly goals, I mean this is where I'm going to be doing my check-in to make sure that I'm doing these things. So I'm going to add first content plan. And this is something we do every single week in our membership group is do accountability. Newsletter, YouTube, blog posts, sales, follow-up. I feel like sometimes it's a lot of repetition, but we just go with it. And then Pinterest, since this is my goal, I'm going to make sure that I'm working on that. And this was just going to get a check mark each week if it's something that I'm working on. All right, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this around. And over here, I'm going to be putting those things that I track daily. So I have my VIP group which is Canon Planning. This is tracking my content planning. Harmony Heroes. Business page. And I have a craft hub that I admin for. Okay, so these 4 things here actually go together with my content plan. So that's when I'm doing my weekly check-in, I'm adding together all the things that pertain to this and marking down whether or not I got it done or didn't get it done. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to put on here is newsletters, and I should expect to see 3 dots a week. YouTube, blog, and then I'm going to do follow-up, cap, and then the other thing is 12-week goals. I don't put my sales goal on here because that's something that I track at the end of the week, and so I'm not really concerned about that at the moment. All right, the last thing that I like to do is I like to put together some lines here so that I can see when the end of the week is, so that I know when it's time for me to do my weekly check-in. And I like to do that at the end of between Sunday and Monday. So this would be a week. So on the 7th, it would be the end of the first week. And this is a nice month because it is actually starts on a Monday. So I'm going to do that. And then the next week is over on the 15th. So I'm going to incorporate that. That is the second week. And then the third week is starting on the 22nd. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. Can you believe that? Ding it, ding it, ding it. Look at this. We've got white out. We'll just white it out. There we go. And look at that. Okay, we're going to do it on the 14th, not on the 15th, because the 14th is the end of the week. That's better. All right, the next one ends on the 21st, so between the 21st and the 22nd. So this would be 3. And then the next one goes to the between the 28th and the 29th. So this would be week 4, and then we're back to week 5. We'll just put this in the pink, which is why there is 5 weeks for you to be able to use for the content planning purpose. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some color. This is basically what my layout looks every week, and then as I go through, I'm just going to go ahead and color those in for the month, and then I will do a check-in. So on Monday, the 8th, when I work with my membership group, we'll go through and we'll do an accountability, and we'll see how we did for the content for the month. This allows you to be able to plan out in advance if you want to, because you can mark and check which days you've actually done your planning for, all those kinds of things. So, and with me traveling this month, is probably a wise idea for me to get ahead of the game, because I will be away at Tool 12 conference. So I'm going to go ahead and just add some color in here. And I know that I said that I was really nervous about doing extra color because it was so bright and so festive. But the little chameleons that go with this kit are just adorable, and they are pretty bright and vibrant little boogers. So I'm going to go ahead and just add these in here, and then you will also know that I'm like going way outside the lines that I drew, and that's okay, because I'm going to go in and I will go in and fix it with an eraser. All right, so I'll get my trusty little eraser out. do a little shimmy shake because you guys are probably feeling that watching the video. And then I'm going to color in the portion here. So there's July, J, U, L, and then here's my orange. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some of these fun stickers. So see, look at this chameleon. It's so bright and festive that I couldn't not use that to color with. So I'm going to go with this. In fact, I think I'm going to grab this little cutie, put it right here. And then I'm going to do another one down here. So I'm going to grab this little washi strip, add it to the bottom. And then I think this one is the one I want. And that is the process of setting up my July goals and habits tracker. If you are interested in the information that I shared today, or you want to grab your own goals and habits tracker, I included the link below so that you guys can grab that, as well as the COP kit. Again, if you are watching this on replay a little bit later and that COP kit is not available, you can go ahead and click on the link. It'll take you to the one that is currently available. So thank you guys for hanging out with me for our first live in July as we are talking about how to glow up your business planner. Thank you for joining me. If you found this information helpful, please feel free to share it out, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, friends.